Hello there, welcome back to High Class. My name is Leshan. In this video, we're going to talk about now paper 3, question 2, that is about the essays. Okay, and before I proceed, of course, I have to remind you that in our other videos, we've talked about paper 2, aspects of paper 2, some aspects of paper 1. And if you've not checked them out, please visit our channel, view, comment, like, subscribe, and even share to your friends. But for this video, we're going to talk about the essays. Okay. Now, there are only two main aspects that determine how good your essay will be, or the marks that you'll get in an essay. Number one is that you have to read the text. There is no shortcut for that, okay? You have to read the text many times. Read the text so that you understand the characters, their actions, their behavior, their character traits, their consequences of their actions, the plot of the story. You have to read it as many times as possible. Once you've read the text, now you have understood the play. For this case, for the form for the Samaritan, you go to step number 2, which is understanding the structure of an essay. Because even if you have all the content and you present it wrongly in this question, you're going to score very low marks, and that is what we don't want. So you need to read the play. After you've read the book, you've understood it, kabisa. What do you do next? You understand the structure of an essay, and that is what we are going to talk about here today. So an essay basically has three parts. You have the introduction, okay. Number 2, we have the body, and number 3, we have the conclusion. Okay, introduction, body, conclusion. Now, the introduction usually has 3 elements. Number 1, general statement. We also call this the hook. Okay, the hook, and the hook must be read in real life, the hook in life. Okay. Number 2, it has the link to the text. You link this general statement or the hook to the text, which is the Samaritan. And lastly, state what the essay is going to talk about. State what the essay will explore. In about a maximum of 5 lines only, the introduction should be done. Maximum of 5 lines. It should be 5 or shorter. So just 5 lines, I think you'll be good to go. That's the introduction. Now, number 2, we have the body. The body is comprised of 4 paragraphs. The body usually has 4 paragraphs, and now each paragraph has a structure. That's the most important thing. One paragraph must have a certain structure for you to score the full marks. The structure is topic sentence. We have the topic sentence. Number 2, we have the at least 2 illustrations. 2 illustrations, and or we can also call them the evidence. Usually call them the evidence or background information. And lastly, we have the clincher. The clincher, which is usually the last or the concluding statement in the paragraph. It's like the conclusion of that paragraph. Okay, so that is the body. Once the structure of one paragraph, so we must have 4 paragraphs. Then we have the conclusion. The conclusion that has some aspects also here. Number 1 is you restate the question, restate the statement stroke claim. Of course, in the one that is in the question, you restate the claim. Number 2, you give the moral aspect. Give the moral aspect, and moral aspect, yes. And lastly, call for action. What can we do now to do better in the society, or to better the society? The 3 things. Now, this is the structure of an essay. I'm saying that number 1, it has the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Now, the introduction must have at least 3 things: the general statement or the hook in life, link that general statement to the text, and lastly, what the essay will explore. Now, when you go to the body, it has at least 4 paragraphs or 4 points, and each point or each paragraph must have a certain structure: a topic sentence clearly stated, 2 illustrations stroke evidence, and a clincher, that is a concluding statement that concludes that paragraph. Okay, and the conclusion now that has at least 3 elements here. You restate the claim or the question, Then you give the moral aspect of the whole essay, what should have been done, and lastly, call for actions. Direct us that if you want to better the society, what should we do? So this is the structure of an essay. Once you understand this, you're good to go. So I'm going to give an example of an introduction, an example of the body, and an example of conclusion. Okay, let's assume a question on choices and consequences has come. They have told you that choices have have consequences. Use John Lara's The Samaritan to illustrate this assertion. Okay, so that's the question. Choices have consequences. Step number one, what you should do is you have to analyze the question. Okay, analyze the question. What do I mean by analyze the question? Number one, circle the key words. In our question, I would circle choices. That's a keyword. Number two, consequences. Okay, those are the two key words in our question. After I've circled the two words, main keywords, what would I do next? I would decide, is this question pinning me on one character or several characters? That is a very important thing to consider. Is the question requiring you to use one character or several characters? So that if it is several characters, there before you start writing at the corner of your paper, you can just list the 4 characters that you think you will use. Okay, list 4 characters that you will use. If the question needs you to use one character, think about 4 instances, that character did, or the action that that character did, that you're going to use in your essay. And lastly, try to find other words. What do I call this? Paraphrasing. Try and paraphrase the question, because in your introduction, a very important thing to note is try and as much as possible to avoid the wordings of the question. The question has choices and consequences. Don't repeat choices and consequences all over in your introduction. Try and paraphrase it. So the key words that you circled, try and find other words that mean the same. For instance, choices. We may say that another word is like decisions. Whatever we decide to do, whatever we choose to do. Then when we go to the other one, the consequence, we might say the effects or the results or the outcomes. Okay, so we are going to like to paraphrase the question into an introduction. Okay, minding that we are going to use one character or different characters. You decide first. Get those 4 characters that you will use, or the 4 points. If it's one character, the 4 points that you're going to use. Then find the other words that mean the same as the key words in the question. Right? Then remember now the structure. Now let me give you an example.